Hi guys, the battery died. So we're going to do part 2 of Hatha with Stacy. So we finished our dancer's pose on the other side. And then our arms are up, working still on our balance. Hopefully you weren't sitting here balancing the whole time waiting for me. And we're going to step that right foot back, crescent lunge, and then lower that right heel down, line up those feet. We're going into our warrior 2. Flip those palms, hinge forward, reverse the warrior. Right hand slides down that right leg. You're opening up through your chest, lifting up. Do your best back bend yet. Inhale, warrior 2. Straighten that left leg for our extended triangle. Left fingertips are going to your left shin as you're reaching up with your right hand up to the ceiling. And inhale, rises up, turning into the right for a wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to come this way. Palms are facing down, hinge at the hips, chest is open, chin is off your chest, lowering all the way down, flat back. Now this is our last one, so if you're working on any kind of a headstand, any sort of inversion you're working on, this would be a great time to do that. The Prasarita is such a nice beginning inversion. It gets us used to being upside down without necessarily having to do a headstand. Maybe you're going to reach back behind you, stretching those arms. Maybe you're reaching for one foot or the other. Maybe you're just going to try to come down to your forearms and try to make that connection with your head on the mat. Feels really nice. It's actually a little relaxing. Breathe into the tight spots. If you're working on a headstand, slowly bring yourself back down. The wrist of us are going to come back out to a T. We're going to rise back up. I'm going to come this way. And then we're all going to turn to the top of our mat, meeting in our crescent lunge. That right foot meets with the left. So bend the knees, circle sweep the arms. We're reaching up, Urdhva Hastasana. Our chest is reaching up to the ceiling. This is us reaching for the sun. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, lift you up a little bit more. Exhale, bring your palms together to heart center and then forward fold. Uttanasana. We're not here for long. Just taking a couple of moments here to stretch those hamstrings. Keep a heavy head. Your hands are coming behind your calves. Really breathe into the tight spots. Those hips, those legs. Plant your hands. We're going to step back to our plank. Remember, your shoulders are over your wrists. Your feet are at hip-width distance. Engage that core. You're up on your toes. The weight is going to come into your right hand. We're going into a side plank. So weight is in your right hand. You lift that left hand up over your head. You're pressing those hips up towards the ceiling, opening up that chest. Now you're always welcome to modify your side plank. And if you do so, bring that right leg down to the mat. So the knee and the top of your shin, top of your foot is on the floor. Extending that left foot out. Breathe into it. Strong arms. Lift those hips. And if your right leg isn't already down, bring it down to the mat now. Your left foot is extended out and you're on the palm of your left foot. Your toes are facing forward. Using a strong core, you rise up, Parigasana, our gate pose. So your left hand is sliding down that left leg, and your right hand is reaching up and over your head. Palm is facing down. The right arm is straight. Opening up that chest. You might want to bump that right shoulder back just a little bit. Breathing into it. Such a beautiful stretch for that side body, that left ankle. Then inhale. Right hand comes to the mat. You're going to reach that left hand overhead. Continue pressing down on that left foot. So you can feel the stretch all the way up your left side, up to your fingertips. Then look down at your mat. Left hand comes to the mat. We're going to do the other side. So coming back into our plank. Weight into your left hand as you reach that right hand up over your head. Your hips are lifting. Getting a really amazing stretch. This is a full workout here. Strong arms, strong obliques. Squeeze those glutes. If you did so on the other side, feel free to modify by lowering that left leg down, reaching that right foot out. Breathe into it. Press that left hand against the mat. And if you haven't done so already, lower that left leg down. Press that right foot to the mat. Your toes are facing forward and rise up. Gate pose. Right hand slides down your right leg as you reach up and over with that left hand. Palms facing down, your chest is open. It's another really nice pose to really stretch those intercostal muscles. Anything I can do to open up my rib cage and work with my lung capacity, I'm all for it. And inhale, rise up, left hand to the mat, reach over the top of your mat with those right fingertips. Press that right foot down, feel that really nice stretch. Look to your mat, lower your right hand down, and then we're going to all meet on our belly. So if you'd like, you could come into a plank and then slowly lower all the way down. All meeting on our bellies. Hands are at push-up position. We're up on our fingertips, our elbows are up. Your legs are together, and you're pressing the tops of your feet to the mat. You're pressing so much so that your kneecaps are lifting up. Bhujangasana, our cobra pose. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lifts you up. Lift that chest up. Press those feet to the mat. Lifting up a little bit more. Every inhale lengthens you and lifts you a little bit more. Squeeze those glutes. Breathe into it. And then exhale, left ear to the mat. Arms long by your side. Just taking a couple rounds of breath here. We're going to do that one more time. And back to push-up position. This time, let's keep our hands flat, and let's bring them closer to our rib cage. Your legs are still together. Tops of your feet are pressing against that mat. Your kneecaps are up. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lifts you up. You're going to feel a little bit of a different stretch here in our lower and our lumbar spine. Squeeze those glutes. Lift up a little bit more. Beautiful extension. Opening up that chest. And exhale, lower down. Right ear to the mat. Arms long by your side. Feel that heart beating against your mat. Then we're going to bend our legs. Dhanurasana, our floor bow. Now we're going to do this twice, so you have the option of doing one leg at a time. And if you do so, you'll reach your right hand to the outside of your right foot, and your left leg will stay extended down. And your left hand reaches out in front of you, thumb pointing to the ceiling. So you'll be lifting like this. Now if you want to do both legs, bend both your legs, reaching for the outside of your feet or your ankles, bringing those knees together. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lifts you up, reaching up. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling, knees are coming together. Open up that chest, rolling onto the soft part of your belly, stretching those shoulders, and then exhale, lower down, left ear to the mat. Arms by your side. You can always keep your legs bent to do this little windshield wiper motion here. It feels really good on your hips. We're going to do that one more time. Now, if you did one leg, be sure to do the other leg this time. So you would reach for that left foot, and your right hand will be reaching out in front of you, thumb pointing to the ceiling. If you're going to do your full bow, reach for the outside of your feet or the outside of your ankles. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lifts you up. Really beautiful extension in the spine. Squeeze those glutes. Open up that chest, reaching with those hands. Up a little bit more, and then exhale, lower down. Right ear to the mat, arms long by your side. We're going to do a little windshield wiper action here with those hips. Breathing into it. Now we're going to rise up. Just taking a moment here. Maybe a sip of water. I shall be doing that. We're just going to take a moment and little seed. So our legs are together, hips to heels. Maybe your forehead is to the mat. Your arms are long by your side. And let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Let's do one more of those. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Okay, we're going to rise up, meeting on our sits bones. So I have this different angle with where we have the computer now, but I'm going to do Matsyasana. This is our fish pose. So we're coming down to our forearms. Palms are on the mat. So you're going to slide your hands underneath you. It's as if you're sliding your hands into your back pockets. So underneath you like this. And then your legs are extended out in front of you. So maybe bring those elbows just a little bit closer to each other. And they're going to lift up your chest. So you're lifting your chest up to the ceiling, and then your gaze is coming behind you or maybe even to your mat. Keep lifting that chest up. If your head is touching the mat, there's very little to no weight in it. Really another nice extension of the spine. Opening up that chest. Releasing our neck. Feels really nice. And slowly we're going to release. Coming back up. Come into our butterfly pose. So I think I'm going to turn like this so I'm facing you. So your palms of your feet are together, and your knees are winging out. And then we're going to reach forward with our fingertips. And we're actually going to round our spine. So we're countering the back bends we've done with extension in our spine by we'll have our spines in flexion. So we're rounding our backs. Our heads are heavy. We're opening up our hips. Now if you feel like you're not getting enough of a stretch, you can always bring your feet closer to your body. That also is the same if you're feeling like it's just too much, feet come away from your body. So our heads are heavy. Breathing into our tight spots. And slowly going to rise up, one vertebrae at a time, very slowly. The last thing that lifts is the top of your head. Extend that right leg in front of you. Left leg stays bent, bringing the left palm of your foot to the inside of your right thigh. Janu Shasana, our forehead to knee pose. Inhale, arms come up. Trying to keep a flat spine. You're going to lower down, chest is going towards your toes. Keeping that flat back as long as you can. And then your hands will go wherever you need them to be. Maybe they're at your feet, your ankles, your calves. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Taking a moment, breathing into it, and then make that forehead to knee connection. Every inhale, you begin to lengthen. Every exhale, you'll feel yourself melting more and more into that stretch. Rise up. Extend that left leg out. This time we're going to bring that right foot over your left leg. Ardha Matsyendrasana, our half Lord of the Fishes. And you can keep that left leg extended, but if both your hips are on the mat, bring that left heel to meet your right hip. Right hand comes behind you as a kickstand. Inhale, you lengthen. Left arm reaches up, and your exhale, you twist to the right. Your gaze is coming over that right shoulder, maybe to the back wall. There's very little to no weight in that right hand, so you might even want to do a half bind where you reach the back of your hand across your back, maybe the fingertips are touching that left thigh. Every inhale, you lift up a little bit more. It's as if you have a string on the top of your head that's pulling you up towards the ceiling. And then every exhale, you twist just a little bit more to your right. And then release. And do the other side. Left leg is extended out. Right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, arms come up. And we exhale. Let's keep that flat back as long as we can. Lowering down. And your hands go wherever they need to go. Maybe taking a moment. And your body used to the stretch. And then bring your forehead to your knee. Again, you'll probably notice you have one side that feels a little more flexible than the other. That's why we keep practicing. We match what we do on one side and then the other. It's so important to work on our flexibility. As we get older, we lose it. It helps us from having injuries. Maybe if you do other sports, maybe even bending over to pick up a sock off the floor. Nobody wants to bend over and pull a muscle picking up a sock. So every day, you should do some sort of a stretch to work on your flexibility. Rise up. Extend that right leg out. Bring that left foot over the right. You can keep that right leg extended, but if you did so on the other side, bring that right heel to meet your left hip. Left hand comes behind you as a little bit of a kickstand. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the left. Looking over that left shoulder. Breathe into it. Keep lifting up, lengthening that spine. If you did so on the other side, do a half bind on this side. Twists are just so good for our spines. It also really helps with our digestive system, wringing out those toxins. And then release. So I'm going to bring both legs out in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Our feet are flexed. We're going to try to keep our legs flat on the mat. So if you're feeling any pain in the back of your knees, then of course bend those knees a little bit. And then whatever happens up here is up to you. So just going and feeling how far you can go maybe until you start feeling those knees bending. So maybe you have a rounded back. Maybe you have a flat spine. Maybe you're reaching your hands out to your feet. Maybe you're just here, and that's okay. We just want to see what we can feel. And you get to a point of resistance, start breathing into it. Someday maybe hands to the bottom of your feet, maybe your forearms on the mat, chest pressing towards your toes, maybe even someday forehead to knees. Just breathing into those tight spots. See the power of breath. We're going to rise up. We're going to bend our legs and plant our feet. Just a little bit of core work here, not too much. Reaching your hands out in front of you. And then as slow as you can, you're going to lower down onto your back. So you're slowly, slowly reaching with those arms, lowering onto your back. Use that core, squeeze those glutes, lower it all the way down. And then once you are on your back, press those knees to your chest, ending how we began. See what you notice. Is there any lengthening in your spine? Maybe a little more space? And then we're going into our final Shavasana. So just take up some room on your mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Closing your eyes down. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Feel yourself melt into your mat. That final surrender. It's where you get to enjoy all the good works that you've done. Feel free to stay here for just a little bit longer. I will guide you out of your Shavasana. So try to stay present just a little bit more. Feeling yourself begin to go back to that native, natural breath. Feeling your heartbeat slowing down. You're welcome to spend some more time in your Shavasana. If you'd like, again, wiggling your fingers and your toes, just getting a little more feeling back. Rolling onto your side. When you're ready, meet me in Sukhasana, our easy seated crisscross applesauce. Keep your eyes closed. You bring your hands to heart center, sealing in our practice of kindness, reminding ourselves after we leave this mat to practice kindness to ourselves. Forgive ourselves for our shortcomings, and as you would with others when you stumble, give yourself grace. Taking care of yourself is so important right now. It's not selfish. Take care of yourself, you're able to take care of the people around you. And thank you all for allowing me to guide you through this Hatha practice. The light in me sees and appreciates and light in each and every one of you. Namaste.